Ever tried teaching someone something new, but you can only use like a handful of examples?
You'd want to pick the absolute best ones, right? The ones that really get the point across.
Absolutely, yeah. Choosing the right examples is hugely important for sure.
It sounds simple enough when you say it like that.
But it turns out it's a really big deal in AI, especially for these massive language models like ChatGPT.
Right, right. Teaching AI with just a few examples, that's what we call few-shot learning, and it's a really fundamental problem in machine learning. If you don't pick the right examples, well, the AI might just not get it.
So that's what we're digging into today, this whole idea of finding the perfect AI examples. And there's this thing, active learning, which is supposed to make AI way smarter, way faster.
Yeah, and this research paper we're looking at today, it's all about a new tool for doing exactly that.
Okay, I'm game. Let's break this down a bit.
So imagine you're trying to teach someone about birds, right? Different types of birds, but you can only show them two pictures. Let's say a robin and a sparrow.
Okay, I like it. It's a good analogy for few-shot learning. You might think, okay, two birds, that's enough to get the idea across. But what happens when they see a flamingo or a penguin, right? Would they know those are birds too? Probably not.
I see what you're saying. It's not just how many examples, but what kind of examples you use.
Exactly. And that's where this new tool comes in. They call it APE, which stands for Active Prompt Engineering. It's like a guide. Helps humans and AI work together to find those really good examples of the ones that really matter.
APE to the rescue. So no actual apes involved here, right?
No, no apes. But
Yeah.
it's a good name, right? Because APE uses active learning. It's not just sitting back and taking in data. It's actively looking for the best examples to learn from.
Okay, I'm definitely intrigued now. So how does this APE actually know which examples are the most helpful? Is it like reading the AI's mind or something?
You could say that in a way. Remember those birds we were talking about, the ones that might be confusing? Well, APE is built to spot those situations where the AI might trip up. Like it can tell when the AI isn't sure about something or when it's struggling to make connections that, seem obvious to us.
So it's like APE saying, hey, wait a minute, are we sure about this? This one seems a bit off.
Exactly. And the best part is it flags those tricky examples for humans to look at,
Yeah.
to clarify.
So there are still humans involved in this whole process. What are the humans actually doing with those examples, the ones that APE flags?
Ah, that's where it gets really interesting, and that's what we'll get into next.
So APE finds these examples where it's like the AI is going, huh, what happens next? What do the humans do?
Okay, so imagine this. You've got a student, and they're really struggling with a math
Well,
problem.
you're the teacher. You wouldn't just like give them the answer, would you?
No, no.
You'd walk them through it, help them understand.
Right, you break it down.
Exactly. And that's what these humans are doing with APE. They're giving the AI those extra little nudges to help it learn. Like they might add some labels to the data or highlight something important or even give some extra context that the AI might have missed.
So they're saying, hey, AI, look over here. This is the important part.
Yeah, and this paper, they actually have this really cool example. They were using APE for this thing called entity matching.
Entity matching. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
kind of techy.
it is. It is.
It
But
right.
let me try to explain. Okay, so say you've got these two huge databases. One's got info on authors, and the other one's got info on research papers. And your job is to figure out which author wrote which paper.
Sounds simple enough.
You'd think so, right? But it gets messy. Different spellings, authors with the same name. You know how it is. Even humans have trouble with this
Oh,
stuff.
for sure. I can see why an AI might need some help there. So, how did APE do?
They tested it on this database called DBLP Scholar. It's like the go-to for this kind of task.
Hmm.
And get this APE, it actually found those exact author paper pairs that the AI was tripping up on. And then it showed those pairs to the humans to get straightened out. Wow, so instead of getting lost in all that data, it's like the AI is getting these personalized lessons from the humans.
Exactly. That's the cool thing about active learning. It's super efficient, focuses on the examples that'll make the biggest difference.
Makes sense. Work smarter, not harder, right? But this all seems pretty high level. For those of us who aren't, AI experts, why should we care about this APE thing? What's the big takeaway here?
Oh, that's a great question. It's not just about making AI development faster or whatever, this research. It actually has some much bigger implications.
Okay, now you've got my attention. Tell me more. So it's about more than just making AI development, like faster or easier, right? What's the big picture? What are we really talking about here?
Well, think about it this way. What if we could get AI to learn kind of like how we learn? from just a few really good examples. This research is a big step in that direction.
Okay, so instead of just like overwhelming AI with mountains of data, we're being more strategic about it.
Exactly. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. And the really cool thing is, by focusing on those key examples, we might actually be able to get AI to be way more accurate, way more reliable, all while using way less data.
So better data, smarter AI, I get that. But how does this actually play out in the real world? What's the impact going to be for, everyday people?
The possibilities are pretty much endless. Take personalized learning, for example. Imagine if every student had an AI tutor that could adapt to their specific needs.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm not talking about just like a generic AI tutor. I mean, one that really gets them. An APE could be a game changer there. It could figure out exactly which concepts a student is struggling with and then tailor the learning experience accordingly.
Wow, that would be incredible. It'd be like having a personal tutor for every single student. No
Mhm.
more one-size-fits-all education.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop there. What about healthcare? What if we could use AI to help doctors diagnose diseases earlier and more accurately?
Oh, wow.
With APE, we could train AI systems on small but super focused sets of medical data like patient histories or scans.
And that could make a huge difference for people's health.
Exactly. And that's what's so exciting about this research. It's not just about like incremental improvements in AI, it's about completely changing how we develop and use AI in every aspect of our lives. By giving AI the tools to learn smarter, who knows what they'll be capable of?
It's like we're on the verge of this whole new era of AI, one where it's even more powerful, even more transformative. It really makes you wonder what AI will be able to learn next, all from just a handful of well-chosen examples. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.